So now we're gonna start working on the profile page from the front end. Okay, so if we click right here, this is gonna take us to /profile, which is gonna be for now a blank page. We've done this before. Okay, so the first thing is to get the informations from the backend, so the informations of the user, and we're going to use the username to get them. Okay, so the same way we've done it before. So first of all, when we open the page, it's going to be /profile. That means the username, we don't have it in the URL or anything, but we're going to just simply go to the state from the React Redux store. We have the username there. So if we go back right here to Redux, and as you're going to see right here, okay, we have the username, so we can get it from there and then send the request to the backend and get the username. But what if not? What if we have something, another user, not our profile, which is we're gonna set up like / and then another name of the username. So in that case, the username is gonna be from here. Okay, so we're gonna take that from here and then send it to the backend and then test this. And also we're gonna have another test. For example, so you write something right here which is not any username like that exists in the database. We're gonna simply redirect you to the profile page, and that makes it that you are your profile. Okay, so it's gonna be an extra layer of security that's gonna be very good. Okay, so we're gonna go back right here to our application and then go to the app.js, which is here we have the route. So we're gonna duplicate the profile, and then we're gonna add another / right here colon and then username. So that means everything after the profile right here / is gonna be count as a parameter, and it's gonna be called username. So simply when the page loads and we have something right here, we're gonna just simply get it, and then we're gonna send that to the backend to get the informations of that username based on here. Okay, so we can go back to the pages and then profile and then index, and then simply right here I'm gonna extract that. So username is going to be equal to the use params from React starter DOM, like this. Okay, and now if we console log the username, we can see it. So let me go back right here, let me open the console. For now it's going to be undefined because we don't have it, and also want to make sure when we don't have it, we can change that from undefined and we make it the username of the user logged in. As I told you before, if it doesn't exist, that means it's our profile. We're going to show our informations, so we're going to make the username our username, the user logged in. Okay, and then if we add something like here, like random user, and opened it, the username is going to be a random user, as you see right here. Okay, so now we get the username, but this is not enough. So we can have like a variable right here. Let me just show you. For example, let's call it user, but name, this is going to be capital, so we differentiate between them. So right here, we just, if it's, we're going to do a test. If the username that we have right here, we get from the parameters is equal undefined, that means it's undefined, it doesn't exist, the URL doesn't, we don't have it in the URL, we can simply make it the user.username, and the user, this is not username, user, and the user simply, we're just gonna go right here, we're gonna get the user using the use selector from the state. So we can go to the state, okay, and then spread the state. Now we have the user, so it's gonna be the user.username because we don't have it, else it's gonna be the username. Okay, that's exactly what we did. So simply right now we have this username right here. Okay, so we're gonna have it, let me just console log it again so we can see it. So console log the user name, like that. So let's go back right here, and now let me refresh. So now we have it right here in the URL, so we're gonna show it. But if we don't have it, we're gonna make it, the username is gonna be the username of the user logged in, which is activate test, which is the same one we have in the Redux, user and then username. So that's very, very, very important to decide what username we are at. So this is the first step. So now, and the second step is simply gonna go back right here and then go back to the app. You see this reducer that we have here, we're gonna also do the same thing. Okay, and it's gonna be when we send the request for the profile, and then we get it, and then we're gonna have it in an object that's called profile. So it's the same thing. So maybe you can go back to this function right here folder and then create a new file. Let's call it reducers, because I don't want to write them on the same file, they are a bit large. Okay, so maybe you can take that we have in the application, okay, and then go back right here, paste it, add export, and then we're gonna call this, like for example, posts reducer, okay, like that. So maybe posts. Now if we take that and go back right here and then change it in the function reducer, just paste it right here and then import it, and nothing's gonna change. So if we go back right here to the home page, everything is gonna stay fine. Okay, we can still get the post. So we want to do that the same with the profile. So maybe in the reducers itself, maybe copy that, paste it again, change the name of the function to like profile reducer. Okay, and then maybe change the names. It won't matter for the names, to be honest. You can just leave them, but for me, because that's depending on the function, so it's not gonna create a problem, but I prefer to change it. So this is gonna be profile. Okay, and then we can go back right here. You can copy this same way, go back right here to the profile and remove this console log, have this right here. So also gonna have the loading, the error state, and this is not gonna be posted, it's gonna be profile. And the use reduce element imports is from React, and then the post reducer is going to be now. Okay, so sorry for that, let me just remove that and import it, and then go back right here and get the name profile reduce, and we're going to have it right here. Okay, let me import that from the functions. Okay, and also this is not going to be posted, it's going to be profile and eject. So let me see if I change it in the reducer. Okay, so this is going to be also profile, like that. So this is, we should have do this. So now we can go back after here, have like a use effect. Okay, that runs when the page loads, and it changes when the user name changes. So every time we see the user name changes, we want to send a request and then get the information again. Okay, so we can have like a function, you can have it outside of here or there, maybe outside. So let's call it get profile. It's going to be an async function. Okay, right here, and then simply we're going to get the data. So first of all, let me dispatch. So maybe you can just copy it here. Okay, you can copy all of this actually, you know, it's not that different. Okay, and just copy it right here, and then this is going to be, instead of post request, is going to be profile. Okay, and this is also going to be profile, and this is also profile. And then we're going to import Axios. It's also a get request, and this is going to go to the same place, and this is going to be get profile. But also we need to add right here in the URL, because we send it in the URL, we're going to add the user name like that. Okay, and then we're going to use the authorization, so we can go back also to the backend, and then the routes, and then the user. Okay, and this one we can add like the auth user right now. Okay, let me just write it. Okay, so now we need to send the token right here. Okay, so let me close that, close this, and close all of this. So that's also, so the payload is going to be the data, and this is simply going to put it right here in the profile. So maybe after this, so now we can call just call the function from inside the use effect. I'm already out of breath. So like that. So there is something wrong, sorry, this should not be here. Gets profile like that. So simply, and we can also like console log some everything right here, console log the profile. Okay, so if we go back right here and then refresh, now in the main page profile, that means we need to get our information for the user logged in. So F12, open the console, and as you see right here, if we open this, let me open that, and as you see, we have all the information. So we have every information about the user that's logged in right now. But if we go, for example, right here, that's why another user, like for example, let me just get another one like this one, Belieber. So like that, and enter, and as you see, the information is right for that user. As you see, Bill Berry, which is the username of that, and the information of that user. Okay, but if we, for example, went right here and then write something that just doesn't exist, so we're not gonna get anything, and we're gonna stay here. So maybe when we get that information, we can switch back to the profile page, and that's gonna keep us seeing the information of the user logged in. Okay, or maybe you can add like a page that it's not found or anything. It's up to you. Okay, I'm just gonna show you how to do it. So let me close that and go back. We're gonna need to go to the backend a bit, and then to controllers, then the user, and then right here we look for the user. But if the user or profile doesn't exist, simply return and then response.json, maybe like okay, and it's gonna be false like that. And the way that we're going to do it is simply, if we go back, this is going to be very important. So we can just check for this. If OK is equal to false, that means we have no profile. Okay. Now let me go back right here to the index, and right here before dispatching the action, or maybe you can check if data.ok is equal to false, we can navigate. So this is going to be in the else. So maybe put that inside here, so we can use navigate. So maybe get it. So const navigate, it's gonna equal use navigate. It's gonna be from the same React out to DOM, and then simply we're gonna navigate. So that means we have no informations. That means we should navigate to the / profile, which is gonna be where we're gonna see our our informations. Okay, that's pretty obvious and pretty simple. Let's go back right here. Now as you see right here, we have this link, refresh, and as you're gonna see, okay, it didn't. Okay, let's go back right here. So I've seen what there was, and it's quite a bit silly, so let me explain what happens. So if we go back right here to the controller for the user gets profile function, we use find, and find by default returns an array. So when we check there is no profile, you can check like this for an array. This happens like for an object, for a string, but for an array you also need to check for the length, as we've done before when we have arrays. And that's also, we don't need that. So because we only want to get one profile, and this is find used to find more than one. So maybe just use find one, and I'm gonna return an object. When I see now there is no profile for the object, it's fine. So if you go back right here, and then also we used to get an array right here. So now it's going to be an object, and we're going to see it directly. Okay, so now let's refresh, and it's going to see direct you automatically to the profile page, and also going to show the informations as an object and not as an object inside an array. So now we can get all information automatically, amazingly. If we go to the profile, you get yours. If we go / show a username that exists, you get that. If not, we get you to the profile back again, and then get you your information. So that was pretty cool. Now I think we need to start working in displaying something on the screen.